All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Bree, and today I'm doing a companion to my top 25 greatest fast food restaurants of all time. We got the bottom feeders, the top 25 worst fast food restaurants of all time. Now, I have to put a caveat out here. Not all of these restaurants are bad restaurants. They're just not good enough to be in the top 25 good ones. Somebody had to make the bottom list, and so here's where we are. One of them is not as high on the list as some people would put it for, I will say political reasons. It's a shitty place, but my number one on this list is just so offensive to me that it takes the spot, even though the other one is offensive to me for other reasons. So, number 25 is Papa Murphy's. If you don't know what Papa Murphy's is, you're living a good life. Papa Murphy's is frozen pizza that you can get at the gas station or the frozen pizza section of your Walmart. But instead of going to the grocery store and buying a frozen pizza, you go to a restaurant and pay 3 times as much money for the stupid frozen pizza, take it home and cook it yourself. Now, any restaurant that wants me to do their work, any business that wants me to do their job for them, Walmart self checkout, I'm not here for that. If I go to Walmart or Target or Walgreens, tangent, and you don't have a checker, I'm walking out the door and going to a different store. Or I'm just going to go to Amazon. You forced my hand. If I got to do the work myself, I'm going to go to Amazon and save fucking money and buy the thing I want. I'm not going to put up with the close enough piece of shit you have that isn't what I wanted, but it'll do. No, I'm not doing your job for you, you piece of shit, greedy ass, capitalist pig business motherfucker. Fuck Papa Murphy's. I'm not cooking my own. I'm not going to a restaurant to cook my own supper. I'm not going to do that. I'm paying you to cook me a pizza. Cook the goddamn pizza, Papa Murphy's. You fucking lazy ass scumbags. Number 24, Long John Silver's. Long John Silver's is not a bad restaurant. Actually, it's a quite thematically fun restaurant to visit. I just don't like it because I'm not a fan of seafood. So I go to Long John Silver's and I'm like, well, there's nothing here I can eat, so moving on. Number 23 is Baskin Robbins. Baskin Robbins is basically um, the dollar store version of Dairy Queen. You go to Baskin Robbins when there's too long of a line at Dairy Queen, because there's always too long of a line at Dairy Queen, because Dairy Queen's where you want to be, and Baskin Robbins is like, well, I guess good enough, even though it isn't really good enough. Number 22 is Sonic. Again, I love Sonic food. Thanks to DoorDash, I enjoy Sonic way more than I would had DoorDash never been invented, because the downside to Sonic is you have to go park your car in a little cubicle, which is always cramped and always overflowing with too many goddamn cars because for whatever reason everybody wants to go to Sonic. Um, and their food's not that good. And you got to push a button on a thing and listen to some teenager talk through a very static filled microphone, and you have to argue with them. I said curly fries. I didn't say cheesy tots. And they're like, I heard cheesy tots. And I was like, I know you did because your equipment sucks. I said curly fries. And then you have to argue with them when they give you tater tots, and you're like, take these back and bring me my curly fries, God damn it. Sonic is not a pleasant experience because you always have to send something back to get what you ordered because their equipment sucks, and you never get what you ordered when you go to Sonic. Ever. Number 21 is Duncan Donuts. It's a fucking donut shop. I mean, donuts are like, you know, we're going on a road trip. We got to get up at 5 a.m. to hit the road to beat the traffic. You buy a box of donuts so the kids have something to eat on the way. Maybe you're going to grandma's or whatever. That's when you eat donuts. You know where you get those donuts? The local convenience store. You know where you don't get them? The overpriced Duncan Donuts. Moving on. Number 20, Whataburger. Now, I'm going to piss off Texans, but I don't give a fuck because Texans, by and large, not all Texans, but by and large, they're not even people. They're just bigots dressed up like people. So, Whataburger, and I don't care if I piss Texans off, those Texans off, because I pissed them off just being alive, and I'm good with that. Whataburger commits the ultimate unforgivable sin. They put mustard on my sandwich without my fucking permission and without asking me. And sometimes they do it even when I very specifically say no mustard. They're like, "What do you mean no mustard? Are you speaking English? I don't understand the words coming out of your mouth." Fuck you, Whataburger. Mustard does not belong on a sandwich or a cheeseburger ever, and never have the audacity to just put it on a cheeseburger without asking first or it being requested. Fuck Whataburger. Number 19 is Domino's. I've already talked about Domino's in some pizza videos. They're fucking cardboard. That's it. Moving on. Number 18, I've already brought them up. It's Dairy Queen. Now, Dairy Queen makes both lists, and here's why. Um, as a top 25 fast food restaurant, Dairy Queen is awesome because uh, they've got great treats. They got ice cream, all kinds of delicious ice cream. And they've got really good cheeseburgers and, passable French fries and really fucking awesome chicken strip basket. Good so far. The downside to Dairy Queen is because they're so goddamn awesome, there's always a crowd at Dairy Queen, and they lose points for that because I have PTSD and social anxiety disorder. I don't need to be in a crowded can of sardines packed in with a billion sardines. No, thank you. I'll pass. Number 17 is Carl's Jr., aka the McDonald's knockoff that isn't even as good as the other McDonald's knockoff. Moving on. Number 16 is Arbys. Fuck Arbys. I don't even know what they sell. Every time I eat at Arbys, I'm like, "Where's the food?" And they're like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "Where's the goddamn food?" And they never give me food. They just give me a piece of bread. Sometimes it has lettuce on it. Sometimes it's got a piece of bologna on it. Sometimes it's got a piece of meat I've never heard of before. Fuck you, Arbys. We have the meats my ass. If you have them, why aren't you putting them on the goddamn sandwich? Also, cook your fucking sandwich. Number 15, Cece's Pizza. If Domino's is cardboard, Cece's Pizza is styrofoam. Moving on. 14, Cracker Barrel. Look, I have made it abundantly clear I grew up in the country, and I have also made it abundantly clear I do not mesh with country folks. Most of them are bigots, and all of them are obnoxiously rude. I don't like to go to Cracker Barrel because that's where they congregate. Number 13, Starbucks. I'm not paying $13 for a cup of coffee or $22 for a fucking muffin. Thank you very much. Pretentious piece of shit. Number 12, Panda Express. Going back to what I brought up earlier with Long John Silver's, I don't really eat Asian foods, specifically Chinese food or Korean food or Indian food. I've tasted it. I've tried it. The thing is, here's the thing. I have found one Chinese food dish I like. And it's really good. I really like it. And I have found one Korean dish I really like. And one Indian dish I really like. But all the others I've tried have given me heartburn or upset stomach, with the vomiting and nausea. So, unfortunately, and this is no fault of Chinese restaurants, I don't remember what the one I like is called. And the fast food Panda Express either doesn't have it, or because I don't know what it's called, I don't know how to ask for it. So when I go to Panda Express, usually with a group of friends who are dragging me there, I don't know what to eat. So I don't have a good time at Panda Express because I'm like, I don't know, just give me meat. And they're like, which meat? And I'm like, I don't know, what do you got? And then they say a bunch of words that I'm like, I don't know what those words are. Try again. Number 11 is Papa John's. Okay, now Papa John's shouldn't be higher than Domino's because Domino's has good chicken wings. Papa John's also um, isn't better than Domino's. The higher up we go on the list, the shittier the restaurants are. And even though Papa John's and Domino's are both selling you cardboard, Papa John's commits the egregious sin of going sauce meets cheese. No, it is sauce, cheese, meat. So Papa John's, fuck you for being weird. Number 10, InNOut Burger. I had InNOut Burger once. My stomach promptly rejected it. I threw up. I'll never eat there again. Number 9 is Red Robin. The only time I'm going to eat at Red Robin is if the town I'm in doesn't have a Denny's. It's not as good as a Denny's. I'd rather be at Denny's. Number 8 is IHOP. Um, I have gastroparesis, which means my stomach muscles do not work. I cannot eat high carb loaded foods, and I can't have too much gluten. I can eat bread in small amounts. Pancakes, on the other hand, I cannot eat at all. My stomach is like, do not put this, fucking concrete in us ever again. So I can't eat at IHOP because uh, they're pretty much just pancakes. They're um, classic foods, cheeseburgers, etc., aren't worth the price and they're not up to snuff. And their eggs and hash browns and whatnot, they're trying to shove a side of pancakes at you anyways. But also, again, I'd rather just go to Denny's. Number 7 is Popeyes. I don't know what bird Popeyes is cooking, but it ain't chicken. And if you think it's chicken, you've never ate chicken. Moving on. Number 6 is going to be the most controversial on this list because they should be higher, especially considering I'm transgender and a part of the LGBTQIA plus community, which means, yes, I hate Chick-fil-A because fuck you, Chick-fil-A, and fuck you if you like Chick-fil-A. And I mean, if you like them for the other reason, not because you like their food. If you like their food, good, I don't care, eat their food. But if you only eat their food because you like their politics, then fuck you. Because their politics are shitty and they're disgusting, and I refuse to eat Chick-fil-A. And I will never know if their food is good or not because I will never eat Chick-fil-A. Ever. Number 6, Chipotle. Look, people joke about Taco Bell giving you the diarrhea, and, it can, but Chipotle will. This isn't even it might. It is guaranteed you're going to have the stomach flu for at least 3 days after you eat Chipotle. I cannot stomach eating at Chipotle. Let's just stop. Number 4 is Little Caesars. I'm just going to say it's Little Caesars. The reason why they're high on the list is because they don't even put any effort into it. They're just like, they just cook a bunch of cheese and pepperoni pizzas, stick them in a hot and ready oven, and wait for people to come in and buy their cardboard. They're just so low rent, it's not even worth it. Number 3 is Jimmy John's. Now, Jimmy John's would be on this list regardless, but I worked at Jimmy John's, and they went higher on the list because working for Jimmy John's fucking sucks. And so, for being a shitty company to their employees, they're also a shitty sandwich shop. They're not Subway. I refuse to eat Jimmy John's. Number 2 is Quiznos. Now, take away the bad experience I had working at Jimmy John's from Quiznos and just say the same thing about their food. It's not good. I want a sandwich that I can digest, not a sandwich that my cat is going to raise an eyebrow and go, "Are you sure?" No. The number 1 worst fast food restaurant of all time should probably be Chick-fil-A because of their politics, but because I've never ate their food, I can't comment on it. But I have had Wendy's, and Wendy's is not food. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it is not food. They have never, in the history of their existence, cooked anything edible, ever. And I'm sorry if you like Wendy's. I'm legit I pity you because it's like, have you ever ate food in your life, go try it and then stop eating Wendy's.